Okay, now for my English speaking audience, some US news. I'm gonna start with the piece of shit. Also in cup form, John Bolton and his book. During an interview in ABC, they even called him out on this crap. He really makes no sense. He contradicts himself both in the book and in real life. For instance, he was saying that the first trip they took to Korea, when Trump met with Kim Jong Un, Rocket Man, who we're all glad he's not dead because we would have run out of memes. Well, we would have kept going for like 6 months to a year, but we can still keep going doing them now. So it's awesome that he's alive. Plus, he's kind of funny. Yes, memes. So he says that by that time he knew in the book that Trump was unhinged and he's unfit to be the president. And he knew that he was about to get fired or be forced to resign. Yet, at that moment, if you know you're going to get fired, why would you go on record and say the total opposite? That this was great, everything he's doing is perfect and all that stuff. Dude, if I know I'm going to get fired, well, I'm not going to get, I don't have that risk specifically because I'm kind of like I have my own thing. But if I were to knowing to get fired and I think my boss is a piece of shit, I'd go to his office and tell him he's a piece of shit or pull a freaking, Fight Club. Good movie, by the way. Watch it. Start hitting myself. Uh, so that's one. And then the other one is, when he writes all this stuff, he was literally on the phone call with the Ukraine thing and he decided not to testify and he didn't do it and he refused to do it. And waited to get a book deal and come out, when if he would have done it, it would have changed the story. Even if they would voted to acquit him, it would have been horrible because then you have someone who was literally there, a material witness, not a fourth in the line supposed witness. We have a thing in Guatemala we call ruined telephone game, where one guy whispers one thing to a person in the ear, and the message has to go and see, and they have to see if the whole message arrives to the end. That's the situation we were in, but instead he decided to wait for a book deal. So you can see what kind of a patriot he really is. And again, we're talking about things that contradict each other, so he's full of shit. That's shown by his emoji. Given that, as I said, he is clearly a warmonger. He loves war. He's a Bush ally, and he also continued his policies were continued basically during the Obama administration, and they're both very cozy with each other, and they hate Trump. So this looks more like just a ploy to take a dump on the president. Whether it's right or not, we cannot know because you contradict yourself. Oh, he's guilty. By the way, he's innocent. So you say it at the same time, basically. What am I going to believe? You say two totally opposite things. You're not a reliable person, and your interests are very, very, tied to the military-industrial complex and other things. So he's shit, and he should be believed as much as you would believe shit. In other news, this guy, Anselm, I don't even know how to pronounce his last name, but he's the guy from Baby Driver. He has good movies, and he's a pretty, I like his movies and everything. But he is a male feminist, a BLM ally, and a lefty, and all these kind of things. And imagine my shock. I could not believe it. It's totally impossible to think. He's come out with sexual allegations against him, very credible, where there are even posts of many people where, they have his conversations telling him they're underage. And his apology, being in his 20s, and going out with someone who was under 7, I think she was 16 or 17. Oh, she says that because I broke up with her. So you were boyfriend with a minor, being an adult. Yeah, for a long time, and we're supposed to believe that you were a virgin all this time and you did nothing. I don't know. This is very different from some other rape accusations where the person doesn't remember the date, the place, the people around there, or anything. No. This is very specific, and we have all this information of that led to this thing, and he even admitted that he was seeing this person while underage. That only kind of works in Russia, I think, because the age over there is 16. But at least in the Americas, you're a pedo. So not only is it sexual assault, but he's also a pedo. Good job. Again, imagine my shock, and it's just one more statistic to say that people who claim to be feminist allies have a higher chance to be actual rapists. What a surprise! Harvey Weinstein, him. Uh, I don't know, the guy from the movie Emoji Movie that I never watched. Thank God. And don't watch it. I don't. I mean, I haven't watched it, and I don't even want to watch it. And I'm gonna recommend people don't watch it. Unlike Fight Club. Fight Club, I do recommend. Other and finally, I want to add to this fact, to create a little bit of awareness that, in Africa and Muslim countries right now, according to freetheslaves.com, a price for a black slave is $90 on this day. So you have to understand that this situation in at least in white countries, not only did it come out later, but are also, it ended sooner. It actually ended as opposed to in the Middle East or in Africa, especially in Saudi Arabia, by the way, the allies, the good guys. It's still an ongoing thing. And can you imagine valuing a human being, whatever the reasons, $90? I mean, damn, dude, that's like a movie ticket. If you go like 4D or something in the U.S., I think, I don't know. So it's something to be aware of. Again, I already, I made a video in Spanish explaining to understand why there's a lot of resentment, and I can understand why there's a lot of resentment from the black community in the U.S., and it's valid. But you have to see the perspective. Like, okay, you guys don't have it quite as bad as this thing. But again, I think I'm going to make it in English to be a little more clear about that, because, again, I do understand that doesn't mean it's okay to loot. That doesn't mean it's okay to riot. That doesn't mean it's okay to beat people up. If you do these things, I really hope you get shot, and I hope you don't get wounded. I'm for real, because you're a piece of shit. You're basically the John Bolton level pedo ring kind of people, so... That's my opinion for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, like, share, and subscribe like every YouTuber says. I really don't mind. Do whatever you want, but just, I just enjoy doing these things for fun. And I hope you enjoy listening to the way I do these things. Have a great one. I'm Miria.